Hi everyone, it's Elizabeth. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is day 59 of the quarantine here in these parts of the world, and it is Friday, so it's time for Friday flip number 6. So today what I'm going to do is flip through this current insert. It's the one I'm currently using. I alternate back and forth between using bound journals for my art journal, and sometimes I find that they just get really bulky with all the tip-ins, and it's just easier to kind of use individual inserts that I make at home because I can work on one at a time, and then I don't have to worry about working through that hump as they get bulky. Now, on my channel, you can see that I've been using these insert style journals for quite a while, and last year I used inserts that I made myself that were the regular size. So in terms of a comparison, you can see that, you know, the one I'm using right now is definitely much bigger than the regular size. And the one I tend to really like, I like the size of a 9 by 12 sheet of paper folded in half. So I take together a bunch of papers that I have, I basically fold them in half, and I cover it with a wallpaper sample. So that's kind of what that looks like. It's a simple five hole pamphlet stitch, and I use the top and the bottom as two of the holes. If you look at my channel, you can see that I tend to do that pretty consistently. So just doing a flip, I have little pockets on the inside, front and back, and I kind of tend to store things that need to go into, you know, that'll get tipped in at some point. I tend to just do sketches in here, and sometimes I take some notes, I tip in postcards that I get. You'll notice that there are some blank pages that I come back to and sometimes either sketch or put text in of some kind. I don't necessarily work chronologically in this journal. I tend to flip back and forth sometimes. There's images that I will see that I like in graphic novels. I read a lot, so if you look down below, there's a link to my Instagram channel. There's ephemera that I collect. This is not a finished page, neither is this. This is a Tomoe River piece of paper that I know there's something specific I want to do on that. So basically, this is what I do with my sketches, with my journal, with this particular journal. I don't do something in it every day. Sometimes I do multiple pages in a row. So for example, I know something's going to go there. Other times when I'm waiting on a phone call and I'm just, on hold for some reason, there's some doodles that go onto a page. And so this one I started in January of this year, and it's now, May 7th, I think it is. And so basically, this is not a completed journal. It's going to take me a little while to fill this one up just because I work in other journals at the same time. If you look at my channel, you'll see that I've always got multiple journals in play at any one given point. So it does sometimes take a little longer to fill my art journals. But, it's fun when I feel the urge to actually do some sketching or some drawing or basically playing with some artwork. This is the journal that I tend to use. So as you can see, it's clearly not every day, right? It's just whatever goes on when the inspiration strikes. I would like to do it more regularly. Sometimes I do. Sometimes every single day I sit down and I play in the journal. Sometimes I don't. So it varies, but what is really fun about this is, again, unfinished pages here, is there's no preciousness to this journal. I basically just open up a page, I start sketching, I tip in some material, and we take it from there. So I'm about a little under, I think this is actually halfway of this particular insert. So I've got these ones to fill up. Is it going to happen this month? My plan is to try and get that finished up this month, this particular insert finished up this month. The stay at home, the quarantine has kind of taken me off my art journaling mojo a little bit, so I'm trying to see if I can get back into that. As you can see, the last time I actually used this journal was April 15th. So it's been a while, it's been a couple of weeks, and I'm hoping to get back to it. So that's currently the art journal that I'm using. As I said, a lot of times it's just whatever's going on with me at that particular moment in time. If I feel the need to do some sketching, do some artwork. Some of these come from Instagram folks that I make note of where they come from. And, you know, when this is filled, just like I've done in the previous years, I've got 4 or 5 of these blank inserts ready for me to work on. So when this gets filled, I file it away and I start the next one. So that's what I have for you today. If you keep art journals and if you are someone that actually has videos online that shows flips of your journals, please put up a link down below for me so I can go take a look at it as well. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. You know the drill. Subscribe and like if you choose, and see you next week. Bye.